Hi, I'm 06 Stars. Today I'll be doing a sketchbook tour of my most recently completed sketchbook. I actually been off of this one for a while, but I haven't done a sketchbook tour for it yet, or a flip through or anything like that, so that's what I'll be doing today. I haven't actually finished this one. I still have a lot of pages left, but it was just getting like too thick for me to work in. Like when I do this, the page bends back and it was just getting really difficult for me to work in. I haven't looked through this one in a while, so this is gonna be a new experience for us both. On the front cover, I did something very similar to a creator that I watch. I'll try to find the video to put on screen if I remember, but I kind of just copied that. But it took me a while. Was my first experience working with like paint markers. Really, I hadn't really used paint markers before that. So in the sketchbook and going forwards, I use paint markers as my main medium. So let's get started. Starting off, let me slide this over. I have a little doodle from one of my friends of some like Amazing Circus characters, just some stickers, some goals. I don't know if I actually did any of these, so let's check. I did work on dynamic poses, so I actually have some of those done. I did a couple mixed media pieces. Didn't really do any of these or these or these. I did do some dynamic poses though, so I guess I at least got 2 of these done. Banana stickers. I like putting fruit stickers on my sketchbooks, they're fun. Next page. So my art does get a lot better. Like if you've seen any of my shorts on YouTube, my art style has progressed a lot. But the first thing I did was a crayon drawing, just because I was kind of going through an art block. I still like how this turned out. I'm just not really sure about the hands. Ugh. They look so gross. This is me trying to figure out how I want to draw dragons. The backgrounds, the artist Bite-Size Sponge, I saw them using like ink, so I tried using watercolor. That was pretty fun. I don't really do that much going forward, but I'd like to try doing it again for backgrounds. This is Draw This on Your Style in Pinterest. I don't really add a lot of things to the background anymore, but in the sketchbook I do a lot of collaging, which started here. This is like just a pattern for when I cut things out for the pages. Coloring thing. I didn't remember these are in here. These were the first kind of poses I did. I wanted to do an illustration with like a sword. I like this one. These are okay. I don't love any of these. I don't think my pose game was very strong. I love gorillas. It's like my favorite thing ever. This was the first time I think this is the first time that I drew 2D or any gorillas character for that matter. I'm not sure though. This is an OC of mine. He's on Art Fight. I've kind of moved on from figuring out their story, but I still like to draw this set of characters sometimes, but you're probably going to see them a lot in the sketchbook. Cherry and the Stars is a band that one of my friends OCs, like they have a group that's in, and I wanted to give him a band shirt, so that's what that is. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this page. I believe I used Artx or RTX, however you want to say it. I believe I used these markers here. So this is like, I started using those here. I love Artx markers. They're my favorite thing ever. This is one of the same friends OCs. One of the characters that's in the band that I was talking about. Cherry and the Stars. I don't have a lot to say. I like these drawings still. I don't think I draw them now, but this is one of my friends. Dragon OC's different friend, but kind of an older OC of theirs. You can see the love 6 stars. I haven't started my YouTube channel at this point, but I just kind of put it there because I posted stuff on other platforms. More poses. One of my characters plays basketball. I like a couple of these. I like this one here. I like these two. I don't really have a lot to say about this page either. I hate this page, so we're just gonna move on. This was planning for an embroidery page that I never did. You see a lot of that in here. I really like this drawing. This is like a girl off Pinterest. You might have seen her before. I started to draw something here, never finished it because I just didn't like it. I do really like this though. I think this is a mix of alcohol markers and colored pencil. I think I might use paint marker for the hair. I don't remember though. Oh, some roller skating poses. I did these with one of my friend's highlighters, I think in like science class last year. I don't really remember. I like this one. I'm not a huge fan of any of these. They all look kind of stiff. I like the way I drew her legs here, and I guess like her arms, like shoulder area is kind of okay. Oh, I was asking my friends what animals that they wanted me to draw, so I just drew some cats and red pandas. It's not really anything interesting so far. I promise it gets better. I don't want to talk about this. This is me trying to develop my dragon style again. This is very much copied off of Pinterest. I'll put the drawing somewhere on the screen. I'm sure you've seen it. Oh, some dancing poses. I think I did these in my sculpture class. I'm not sure though. I really like the way that these turned out. I think they're pretty dynamic. Not a huge fan of this one. I don't like the way I do her face or her clothes or anything really. Oh, I do karate, so I wanted to try drawing some karate poses. Not a huge fan of either of these. I kind of like the way that her like attire turned out here. It's not a huge fan. I can do way better poses now, so I don't love all these. Oh, math flashcards. I have a lot of like schoolwork in my sketchbook. Does anybody else do that? This is a redraw of an old digital artwork. I need to redraw this again because even when I did this, I didn't like it. This is very much you know that one like artist that draws cats? This is very much copied off of her. I put like styrofoam here. This was like my warrior cats phase. It reignited, but I don't really know what was going on. I hate this drawing, but I like the background. The background's pretty nice. This is the start of me doing more like collage style stuff. If you've read Warrior Cats at all, you know who this is. I'm actually pretty okay with this. I like the way that his patterning turned out. I like that I put a line here. Yeah, I don't have any big things to say. I do still like this though. It's done with alcohol marker, and like I've been asked by a couple of my friends what outliner I use. You know those like cheap black pens that you get from the dollar store? That's what I use, and I still do. Like this was a couple years ago, and I still just do that. Jay Feather and Holly Leaf, I think that's her name. I don't remember. It's been a while. I don't really like either of these. Not much to say. I hate all of the drawings in here. I don't like any of them at all. I was kind of going through art block here. Not even art block. It wasn't a drawing day. Oh, I adore this drawing. And this is like perler beads. What? Oh, my cat has like this blue ball that she's obsessed with. No. Wait, hold on. This is my cat. She came to say hello, I guess. I don't really know. Can you? I'm confiscating the blue ball. But yeah, I quite like this page. I really like how this drawing turned out. I'm really into the stars and the goldfish. I really like, so this is an Animal Crossing character, Ketchup. I just kind of copied a pixelated thing of her character online. I'm not a huge fan of any of these drawings. Some origami that my sister did. Moving on. This is just a drawing of like a fire station. My cousins did this. One of my cousins makes dragon puppets, so I think that's kind of the vibe that she was going for with that. My younger cousin did these down here. Because I just like brought my sketchbook to lunch. I think this was on the last day of school. This is one of my friends' artworks. She's on like Hoya Lab, I don't remember how to pronounce it, but like that Genshin Impact kind of social media thing. She's on that if you want to go look at her artwork. I'll put her label here so you can go check that out. This is one of my characters, Bree. This is just like a thing I typed in here. This is one of my characters, Bree. She's one of my favorite character from this sort of like saga. This is Max again. Sorry about that. My cat was being super loud. I think her name's Lola. No, her name's Morgan. This is one of my characters, Morgan. She's very cute. I quite like her. I don't have any strong opinions about her. This is my Dragon OC Moondrop. The same friend from earlier, the same friend that drew this actually. Signed this group of dragons. There'll be more art of them later, I think. Just a random drawing I did. I did it in this, and then I used like my light box thing. Drawing of Odie from Garfield back there. Also, nobody come for me for ripping out pages from this book, okay? There was a misprint on Amazon. It was this whole thing. Oh, this is the beginning of my Pokemon, like, fixation. Misty, Psyduck, Ash, Pikachu. I still really love how all of these came out. But as I was saying, this, I'm still really happy with all these drawings. It's just a mix of, like, colored pencil, sketches, and then line art, and then alcohol markers. These are just done from, like, different screenshots from the show, specifically from Indigo League. And I also did, like, some highlights with a white acrylic marker. I think, like, the grabby ones. But, yeah, I don't really have much to say about this page, except that I just still really like the drawings. More Pokemon. Sun and Moon this time. I hate glitter. I don't know. There's, like, a glitter right there. You can't see it on camera. But, yeah, so Mallow. I don't know how to say her name. I say one, get corrected. Just say it however you want. And then Pokemon, and then Lana. I don't particularly love any of these drawings. I guess I like how this one turned out. No strong opinions about any of them. Ooh, Strawberry Shortcake, and then a Genshin Impact character. I was hanging out with the same friend that's on like the Genshin Impact thing. She loves Genshin Impact and wanted me to draw this character. I don't remember the name. Feel free to correct me in the comments. I think it started with like an A. And then just Strawberry Shortcake. I really love all of these. I'm not a huge fan of this one, but I like these two. It's just Ash and Pikachu and then some random people off Pinterest. This is before Art Fight started. This is in July of, I guess, 2025? Yeah. Just some storyboarding. So I didn't use these. This is for, I believe this was for Art Fight, but just someone's like cat character. This is one of my characters. These are just like science doodles. Perler beat thing. I did this in English after we read The Hunger Games. At this point I've like already read the whole series, but we read it in class and we did like a back thing. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I've like found memories of the class, so I keep it in there. Some Pokemon. Flip the page. This was during Art Fight also. I just wanted to do something not Art Fight related. Or this might have been right before. I'm not actually 100% sure. But I was drawing a lot, so I was like, hey, artist, drink water. I don't really like this, right? This is just like a self-portrait of me saying that. Don't really like it. It's okay, I guess. Not a huge fan. I messed up the lettering. Also, me again. Neither of these, I guess this one looks kind of like me. These don't look like me. Ooh, this was after I watched K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm not even kidding. I watched this movie like once or twice a day for like 3 weeks straight. I like how all these drawings turn out, except for this one. Except for these two. I like these two though. And I drew these while I was watching the movie. I think there's more over here. These are a little bit more stylized. I'm fine with this one. I'm neutral. I was gonna do like a YouTube short about this, like you tricked me into like the TV girl sample, as in that, but I didn't end up doing it. These are both for Art Fight. This is my friend Zosie's. I'll put his thing right here, hopefully. Another Art Fight thing. Not one of my friends. Guess I taped that shut. Another Art Fight thing. I think this was the last Art Fight thing I posted. No, it wasn't, because I don't actually remember. So, oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. These are like the only two full artworks that are in the sketchbook of mine. I did both of these for Art Fight. This was like, I'm really proud of this. This, I didn't have the motivation to finish the background because I did these like in 2 different days, and I just did not have the motivation. I still I like the coloring. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of the artwork anymore, but that's okay. This was the last thing I did for Art Fight. And then after I finished this, I just wanted to do some things that weren't Art Fight, so I just did these outside in my backyard. It was kind of nice not doing something that was Art Fight because I usually just do Art Fight stuff during Art Fight season. These were 2 like free things that I did on Discord. When I see like on like the draw my OC things or whatever, or like draw my Roblox character, whenever I see a cool one, I draw it. So I don't like this. I still like this. Actually, I like the like subtle shading with alcohol markers. I also did this for someone. Oh, this is me, by the way. This is my little persona. I think this was also in science. Same with these that you can't really see all the way. But, yeah. I don't really like this. The person really liked it, though, so that's good. More just, I guess, Pokemon stuff. I like the way that this... No, I don't. I don't really like the way any of this turned out. Hold on. I think I just rolled it. This is the finished thing of that. More Pokemon. I honestly kind of like how they look. Don't really like how Malo looks in this one. These are cute though. I like how it kept like the shape language. I basically just copied them now. But Ooh, I did some Tyler the Creator stuff in the sketchbook that I'm really proud of. I really like this. A lot of people that I'm friends with didn't, but I really liked it because I thought that the stylish shading I liked, I guess. Just like Chromacopia. This was a little bit after Chromacopia came out. I actually don't, any like time that you're hearing, it's definitely not right. So, there's that. This is, sorry about the interruption. My dogs were barking. Oh my god, they're so loud. But, it's just some Fantastic Mr. Fox stuff. Because I was really into that movie. I still love it. It's like definitely top 10 favorite movies ever. This is like completely copied off of someone from Pinterest. If I can find the post, I will put it on screen right now. This is one of my OCs, Lola. I've done a couple separate drawings of her in school, so I just wanted to put them all on the same page. Nothing too interesting. I really like this, except for this. I don't want to talk about that. But I did this Tyler the Creator thing. That's just like a couple different of the like eras, I guess. This was after what's the album name? I don't remember, but maybe I'll put it on screen. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, don't tap the glass. So yeah, that's kind of it. But I did a lot of Tyler the Creator stuff, which I'm pretty happy about that. More Pokemon stuff. These were all done at like separate times. I got a new art supply. They're like watercolor, like crayons. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video about them. Jax. I love the Amazing Digital Circus. Jax is my favorite, obviously. I was gonna put something here, never did, obviously. This is really fun. These are just like clear sticky notes, and you can like, so I just drew Brie, and you can just kind of different clothes. I didn't end up doing a lot, but I think it's a fun idea. I might do it again. Self-portrait. This is about my persona, which is completely based off of my Animal Crossing character. This is just, oh, here we go. This is a good timestamp. 9/9/25, 2025. I don't usually date my artwork, so I don't know why I chose to do that. But this is just some more self-portrait stuff. Brie, I love her. She's probably one of my favorite characters that I have. It's based off of a digital artwork I did of her. I think that's older. Just humanized Pinkie Pie. I don't really like this design anymore. I would completely change it now. But the background took forever because my markers were drying out, but you know. This is just this is from Art Fight, this drawing right here, but this is my OC Max. You've seen him before unless you've skipped around, which is fine. 2D, I really like this drawing. I like the shading. I don't know, I think it's cute overall. Fennekin, I believe, unless that's the evolution, I'm pretty sure it's Fennekin though. I really like this drawing. I think these were done on the same day. No, they weren't. Never mind. This was completely copied off of, you know when you go through that thing where you're like, oh my god, I hate my art style? That's what this was. So I just kind of copied someone off Pinterest. I will not be able to find the drawing, but, you know. Random, I don't like this. I guess I like the colors. I don't like the drawing. Oh my god, this was when the first thing for the mountain came out. I love the mountain. It's definitely one of my top Gorillaz albums. I'm going to see them in October, actually. I'm very excited for that. But I drew Noodle. Noodle, I honestly didn't like her much, but now I really love her. I don't want to talk about this. I'm just going to skip past that. Thing I did for somebody. Sketch. Just some random stuff from Pinterest. I just kind of went on my For You page and drew some random stuff. I think she's cute. Oh, just some Wings of Fire stuff. I don't feel like unfolding all of these, but yeah, I like these hockey studies that I did. I remember doing these. I haven't done it yet, but I drew those because I wanted to do like Mighty Duck stuff. Don't like these at all. Just like an Animal Crossing study, I guess. More Pokemon on the next page. Guess what? There's no Pokemon on the next page. It's a really bad half-finished drawing of Murdoch. I drew this picture again. It's bad. Yeah, that's it. I didn't end up doing any more stuff in this sketchbook. I kind of wish I had kept going at times, but just didn't end up working out. So, yeah, that is my 7th sketchbook tour. If you have anything that you'd like to see from me, put that in the comments. Yeah, this is my 7th sketchbook tour. Thanks for watching. Bye.